straight start for the Wolfpack. They're hoping for big things from this former Gamecock.
They are, and she had a great game against Duke Thursday night, 17 points and 7 rebounds. So you know that NC State, Coach Moore is expecting her just to continue to be consistent. She's just a sophomore, still trying to get the rhythm with this team, so hopefully she can have a good night.
Great to have you with us. We are underway from the Dome. Georgia Woolley fires and misses just short. Nearly a quick lightning strike to begin the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed your holiday weekend. It's been a great day of ACC women's basketball, and this will wrap up the weekend and get 2023 started. Jada Boyd's first shot won't fall. Woolley secures the rebound, gets it over to Fair. Syracuse looking to play fast. Woolley drives down the boulevard and scores.
And we talked about Woolley with Coach Jack. She said she brought her from Buffalo for a reason, and she is a capable scorer for this Syracuse team, already getting on the board early in this one.
Woolley making her 9th start of the year. Starting lineups presented by your local Toyota dealers. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. NC State has won the last 5 meetings against Syracuse, and that's a nice dish. Camille Hobby the finish at the rim.
And early in this one, NC State trying to get the ball inside. They know they can be dominant and get points. They have the size and height advantage in this one.
Kyra Wood makes her 2nd start of the season tonight, draws the foul. Dariana Lewis injured her hand in practice a couple days ago, and she was good to go in practice today, shot around with the team. She's in uniform on the bench. I imagine we'll see her at some point, but Kyra Wood gets an opportunity, the sophomore from Buffalo. Ironically, not a transfer from Buffalo. She transferred from Temple.
But we'll probably be saying that a lot tonight with the transfers that followed Coach Jack to Syracuse. And, you know, she's coming here really trying to establish a new culture for this Syracuse ball club.
Foul was on NC State's post, Camille Hobby. In and out. 0 for 2 at the line for Kyra Wood. NC State, a 14-point loss at home to Duke. Oh, huge defense. Wood rejects Brown Turner's effort. Ahead, it's Deasia Fair. Back outside for Tisha Hyman, coming off her best scoring game of the year. And a little hot feet travel called on Elena Rice. Before we get too far into it, let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by your local Ford dealer. What you got tonight, Fallon?
Well, the keys I have tonight, especially for NC State, they need to rebound the basketball. We talked to Coach Moore. He said that was a critical point against Duke. They didn't rebound as well as they have in the past. In transition defense, and they need to run. Get some easy buckets in their transition offense. And for Syracuse, they need to defend, box out, and rebound. They know NC State has the height advantage, and so far, they're doing a good job to start.
So rebounding's going to be important tonight, huh?
It is. I mean, you got to clean up the boards, give yourself an opportunity to score it. That brings about second chance opportunities as well on the offensive end.
Orange were outboarded 47-31 at Louisville on Thursday. And we're chatting with Felicia Leggett-Jack today, and she said that disparity was all about fear.
Yeah.
And she spelled it out, F-E-A-R. There's a steal by Woolley. Syracuse does not look scared in the opening minutes against number 6 NC State tonight. Hyman in the lane. Orange have gotten some good looks, but only one has fallen. They're 1 for 4.
They have, and they're just being aggressive. You know, I'm sure Coach Leggett-Jack, she's happy to see that they're aggressive early in this one.
Hobby has all 4 for NC State as the Wolfpack take the lead. Woolley, trailer, triple. Comes up short, long rebound, finds Fair. And it's going the other way, NC State ball. Deasia Fair, Fallon, 13 points the other day against Louisville, just 3 of 18 from the floor. Asked Coach Jack about that. She said she was fine. She got the 18 shots. We need her to take 18 shots.
Right.
We need to get her 18 more shots tonight. I thought that was a really interesting perspective.
It was. If a coach is giving you the green light to shoot, that is something that you really want from your coach. So look for her to be aggressive. She's not going to stop shooting the ball.
River Baldwin, the first Wolfpack sub in the game, and quickly she will get to the free throw line inside. Fouls on Wood, her first.
And you see, this is a nice move, nice pass in the paint. And Baldwin's able to draw the foul going to the free throw line for 2 shots. But Coach Moore, he was talking about it earlier, something his team was lacking against Duke was urgency. He mentioned that, and he wants to see more of that in this game against Syracuse this evening.
Asia Strong is into the game for the Orange. Baldwin struggles from the free throw line, but looked pretty good on those 2. 6 straight for the Wolfpack over the last 100 seconds. The Asia Fair hits the 3, and just like that, the Orange right back in it.
Well, so far, to start this one early, it's not looking like another 3 of 18 outing. She looked good on that 3-point shot.
She could cross over 2,300 points in her career tonight. Baldwin can't hit it with a left hand. Here comes Fair on the bounce. Sets up Hyman. Hyman lost the handle, thought she was fouled, no call. JBT the other way, takes it, makes it.
And that was a great job by Brown Turner. The defense turned it into offense for NC State.
And that's a travel. Syracuse turns it over for the 3rd time.
And you see on this play, Brown Turner is all over. This one gets the steal and takes it coast to coast with the jump shot and finish, and that's good to see her going early in this one. NC State, we talked about the leadership qualities that Brown Turner has for this team, a player that shows it by example or leads by example, but Coach Moore always looking for more from her.
Strong take, Jada Boyd. You sensed a pattern here early on for the Wolfpack at the offensive end, attacking the paint?
Of course, you know, that's the urgency that they were missing, being aggressive, trying to draw fouls, score in the paint, or get to the free throw line. In the last 2 possessions, that's exactly what we're seeing. Boyd makes another aggressive play, this being just her 2nd game back, and she's going to the free throw line.
Jada played 20 minutes the other night, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 for 9 in her return, missed the previous 4 games. NC State's hopeful to get Diamond Johnson back soon. She did some light running around today. We've been told she's been practicing a little bit, but that rolled ankle back on December 11th still bugging her, so don't expect to see her on the court tonight. And they need her back.
They do. They need her ball handling, and she's a great passer, and she can score the ball. She's this team's leading scorer for NC State.
Hayes rebounds the miss. Brown Turner knocks down the 3.
Well, Brown Turner is looking good early in this one. She just took her time. She is a capable shooter, likes to shoot the 3. But we're seeing all in her arsenal, everything she has so far in this one.
Been struggling shooting the ball, 10 for her last 32 over the past 3 games, but 2 for 3 at the start tonight. Strong, can't finish. Baldwin rips it away. 13-3 run for the Wolfpack. Finds herself open. And a nice save by Deasia Fair on the rebound.
And Deasia Fair is small in stature, but she'll go up there and get some rebounds.
Before the shot, foul on the floor. It'll be Syracuse ball. Foul called on Madison Hayes. Hyman gets a breather. Cheyenne McEvans is in for Syracuse. So is Kennedy Perkins. Tough shot. Oh, but ripped away. Fresh possession created by McEvans. And Syracuse cannot buy a bucket.
They can't. Woolley still looking for it from deep, capable 3-point shooter for the Syracuse team. And both of these teams have just been shooting the basketball. They've been letting it fly early in this one.
Orange 1 of 5 from deep. Boyd goes to work, drives past Woolley and draws the foul on the helper Strong. First foul on Asia Strong. NC State getting where it wants to go at the offensive end. 8-point lead for the Pack.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
If you're wondering, has there ever been a time like this? You mean a time when these guys were all over the place? And I mean all over the place. Look at that smile. A time when the Michigan found itself in Montreal, then again in Dallas, Seattle, Miami, and Memphis, when there were this many new players on the ice, when the game looked this good, but also not so good. Yeah, these times feel different.
Start the new year off right during the final days of the Ford Shine Bright sales event. Don't miss your chance to choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is still arriving daily, so you could drive one home today. Now, get 2.9% financing for 72 months, plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on a 2022 Ford F-150.
Nothing tastes better than savings. Hardee's new 4 for $6 deal lets you mix and match your favorite flavors. That's sweet, savory, crispy, crunchy, or beefy, all for just $6. Create your favorite combinations with our new 4 for $6 deal, only at Hardee's.
ACC basketball is brought to you by your local Ford dealer and by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. The hometown hero, Felicia Leggett-Jack, the new head coach. Her jersey number has already hung here at the Dome. 3 times named to the All-Big East team, over 1,500 points, nearly 1,000 rebounds in her illustrious playing career. And it was really just such a natural choice and fit for her to come back home and take the helm of this program.
Oh, it was, and we spoke with her earlier, and she just talked about the excitement of just being home when she hears people cheering her team on, as family members and friends coming to watch games, and she's like, this is an incredible opportunity, and she wants to come back here and help build or rebuild the culture here at Syracuse that she was once a major part of when she was a player.
Coach Jack, her 4th stop as a head coach, became the all-time winningest coach at the University of Buffalo and brought half the Buffalo program with her.
She did. If it's not broke, then don't fix it. And I think, you know, she's big on that, trying to bring some of that culture that she was teaching at Buffalo to this Syracuse team, but in a different way, you know, changing it.
Reminds me a little bit of what Mike Young did on the men's side, going from Wofford to Virginia Tech, and he brought a bunch of Wofford Terriers to Blacksburg, and they asked, oh, can the SoCon players play in the ACC? Virginia Tech won the ACC championship last year. I think the answer is yes.
Yes. Yes, and so far, you know, Syracuse doing a great job as well.
Tough turnaround, would not go for Strong after a couple of free throws for Boyd. The lead is up to 10 for NC State. Wolfpack 6 for 6 from the free throw line early, and that's a kick ball. It'll stay the same way with the Wolfpacks.
But you still see NC State being aggressive and attacking. Rivers is going to the basket, tried to make a nice dish pass in the paint, but it got kicked.
It's a 9-0 run, 15-3, going back further than that. Isaiah James, she's picked up her scoring lately. Inside to Baldwin, great position for 2.
That was a great pass by James to Baldwin. Knew she had the mismatch and the height advantage, and she just turns around and scores it. And you got fair right back.
Almost like there's a radar. We need a bucket. Deasia, go make something happen. She's got 5, ends a long Syracuse drought. Baldwin from the baseline. On the glass, that was a key for NC State, and Madison Hayes delivers.
Offensively, NC State's doing a great job of spacing out against Syracuse's man-to-man and then clogging the lane on the defensive end, making it tough for Syracuse to score.
McEvans draws the foul, and she will get to the line.
And you see this pass to Baldwin, offensive rebound, nice putback in the paint.
Going back to those keys, Fallon, so far advantage NC State. 10-5 on the glass. 2-zip second chance points.
And that's what Syracuse, they can't allow those second chance opportunities like Hayes just had. They need to box out and get defensive rebounds. Limit NC State to one shot.
Madison Hayes did pick up her second foul in that sequence, so she's back on the Wolfpack bench. Facing a little full court pressure, the Wolfpack handle it well, and then in the front court, Boyd nearly lost it, but recovers, somehow keeps the pivot foot. Brown Turner kicks it out. Wilson's three wouldn't go. Beg your pardon, it was James on the shot.
And it was a little scary for Boyd.
Yes,
it looked like her ankle may have turned a bit when she was trying to hold her positioning and her pivot foot. But she was able to recover, and NC State gets another opportunity on the offensive end. You see right here, she's trying to recover. And
bad pass stolen by Fair. She'll get a gift.
Probably one of the easiest buckets she'll have all evening. But she is lightning quick. And look, just like this steal in this pass right here.
McEvans pulls up and fouled by Brown Turner.
And that's the issue NC State had against Duke. They could not handle that full court pressure that Duke was playing against them. Duke was able to get some, or cause some turnovers, get some steals, and this is exactly what Syracuse has done. Bad pass right there on that last one, and Fair just has an easy layup. And here's the steal right here. Fair's able to recover. And now you have Syracuse going to the line for 2 shots.
Cheyenne McEvans, junior, originally from Detroit. She's scored in every game she's played in this year for the Orange.
Syracuse right back with this full court press, slowing NC State down.
Another deflection. Baldwin fortunate to get it back. Feels like the tempo is completely shifted.
It has, but either way, they took so much time off the clock.
Timmons missed the runner. Baldwin's putback is good.
And that's tough. When you play tough defense like Syracuse did in that possession and still aren't able to secure the defensive rebound, that's a toughie.
Tough shot. Hyman won't go. Rebound ricochets to a couple Orange. In traffic, clean block, said the officials. Amy Collins gets a piece of it. Dariana Lewis, who didn't start today, is in the game for Syracuse. See that small wrap on her left hand. Playing through it. Fair. Feel like she can get her shot whenever she wants. Oh, offensive rebound for Wood. Another chance this trip for Syracuse. Can they cash in?
And that was a good job by Wood.
McEvans. Nope. Collins with a good block out. Timmons. Risky pass. Deflected. It'll stay NC State's way.
Yeah, as soon as Timmons let that go, she looked at Coach Moore and said, that's my bad.
Some players try to avoid eye contact with a coach after a play like that.
Just reset. Let's set the out-of-bounds play and get going.
Taking ownership, probably the better choice than avoiding eye contact. On the inbounds play, clean block, said the officials. Woolley to Fair, looking for Lewis. Loose ball, jump ball. Wolfpack ball.
And that was a nice pass by Fair. Lewis just couldn't cradle it, but you got to give Collins some credit. She got in between that pass.
And Fair immediately taking responsibility, saying that's my bad on this pass.
I mean, that would have been a nice dime. Oh, That was a nice deflection by Rivers, not Collins, but she saved 2 points. That would have been an easy bucket if Lewis was able to secure that pass.
That turnover earns Deasia Fair a seat on the bench for a moment. Can't imagine she'll be out too long. She's third in the ACC in minutes per game. Third in the ACC in scoring, fourth in assists, second in steals. Baldwin doesn't get the roll. Collins on the glass. NC State is absolutely dominating that phase of the game right now.
They are. And because of the size advantage, they have the bodies that can go and aggressively get offensive rebounds. And we just saw this. Baldwin likes to shoot that shot on the baseline. Collins right there for the offensive board, but misses the putback.
Number 2 on Woolley. Mimi Collins to the line. Coming off the bench tonight after starting the last 5 games. Only 2 points against Duke on Thursday, 0 for 5 from the floor. She averaged 12 a game in the forward before that.
Well, Coach Moore is still trying to figure out these lineups. It really hurts them that Johnson's still out, but he's trying to see what he can make happen until he can get her back in this lineup.
Hyman lost her airspace. Went up, didn't know where she was going with it. Strong screen from Baldwin. Collins finds herself open. Rounded out. Important 35 seconds here for Syracuse to try to get it back to 6 or 7 as opposed to letting it balloon to 11 or 12. Lewis, 2.
I guess that hand is feeling okay. She looked good on that shot. We talked earlier about Lewis. She idolizes Dennis Rodman, likes to rebound, averaging a double-double for this Syracuse team. So she is a key factor for Coach Jack.
Shot clock is off. 8 seconds in the quarter. Rivers sets up Brown Turner. Missed it. Hyman the rebound, and that will end the opening quarter. NC State led by as many as 12, but Syracuse gets it to a manageable number by the final buzzer. Coach Jack's team within 7, despite shooting just 28% in the period. 7 points. The women's basketball poll comes out on Monday. Question is how high? I mean, Duke with a pretty good week, beating number 6 NC State on the road, ending NC State's long home winning streak at Reynolds Coliseum, and then following it up with a victory at home over the preseason favorite Louisville today.
No, those are 2 big wins. I think that's going to put Duke in the teens in the top 25.
Difficult pass, able to connect with it, and Jada Boyd just lost it. So said Ed Sidlasky down there on the baseline.
Yeah, Jada Boyd just coming back, this being her 2nd game, we said, but she's still trying to find her rhythm within the lineup. And that looked like a clean block, and it bounced right off of her out of bounds.
Rodman-esque from Dariana Lewis.
She says she likes to rebound and defend.
She needs a little bit more body art and some different colored hair to pull off the Rodman. Although early in his career, he was more straight-laced.
He was when he was with San Antonio or Detroit, really, the Pistons.
Fair comes up short. Here comes James, and she lost it in the backcourt. Syracuse ball.
And she's frustrated at herself. But you gotta applaud Syracuse's pressure so far in this game. They've been getting after it defensively. They know what NC State's sore thumb is.
Oh,
wow. That was a quick.
Nick Evans just kind of tossed it in. Fair wasn't expecting it. It went back out of bounds, and that's an ugly turnover.
That is an ugly turnover. That's something that you definitely don't want to happen. Yeah, Fair was not. I don't know what Fair was doing. She kind of just let the ball roll off of her chest.
$11 total turnovers now in the game, 1 per side in the first minute of this quarter. Another big win for the Clemson Tigers today after beating Virginia Tech on Thursday. They edge Wake Forest by 1 at Littlejohn. So Clemson in the top half of the league at 2-1. James swings it. Brown-Turner comes up short, gets her own miss.
And that's what Syracuse cannot allow to happen. Another offensive rebound.
Nice finish. Isaiah James hanging and scoring in the lane. Virginia Tech bouncing back from their loss at Clemson by edging North Carolina. Georgia Amore making 3 free throws with less than 2 seconds to go to break the tie in Blacksburg earlier this afternoon. Wood, nice move in the lane. Kyra Wood gets her first field goal.
Wood, just a sophomore, but she has really put on a nice display early in this game with some nice post moves and rebounds for Syracuse.
Second start of the season tonight for Kyra Wood. Boyd, extra pass for Timmons. Another offensive rebound. Brown-Turner lost it, but it bounces to Hobby, who missed the layup. Rebounded by Lewis. Ahead, McEvans. And Jada Boyd will pick up her first foul.
And you see Coach Moore pretty upset at that last call on Boyd when he's saying it's not being called both ways, but nice strong move to the basket by McEvans, and Boyd gets called for it.
Wes Moore in his 34th season as a head coach. He's on his way to a winning record, presumably, for the 33rd time in 34 seasons.
That's incredible.
Closing in on 800 career wins. I'll probably get at some point in early mid-February. Hobby traveled.
And good defense by Lewis. I mean, she brings it. She brings the energy, and she's an aggressive defender. And she has good size down low, but she just stands straight in the paint and just stands straight up and moves her feet and is able to cause that travel.
Closing in on 7 minutes to play in the half. Orange would love to get Woolley going. Instead, it'll be Lewis launching a 3. It's around and out, but kept alive. And then the Orange missed the second chance opportunity with Rice on the putback. Look, Syracuse, you'd think some of these shots would start to fall. They're 6 for 24. They're 25%, 1 of 7 from 3. Fallon, how much of it is the size and length of NC State, and how much is it the shots aren't falling right now?
Well, I think NC State, they're doing a solid job of defending. It is the height advantage and the size advantage, especially in the paint, when you see the size that Syracuse has with the guard play. I mean, NC State has guards that are 6 feet, 6'1", playing the perimeter, so it makes it tough to get in the paint and finish some of those shots.
Hobby knocks it down. Lead back up to 9. Fair dishes. Woolley converts.
Now that was a nice cross-up by Fair with the dish to Woolley. She had that AI going on with the crossover.
First assist of the night for DeAsia. She's 4th in the league in dimes. Behind Miles, Amore, and Mayer. Hyman the other way. Throws it away.
And Hyman is struggling a bit in this game, a little disappointed. But we're going to take another look at this crossover on the previous possession that Fair had going against James.
Look
just
out.
Left her and went straight. That first step is so quick. Nice dish to Woolley. And Woolley's able to finish at the rim. And Syracuse is doing a great job defensively, clogging the lane a bit, making it tough for NC State to penetrate, but still not getting the defensive boards.
Tough rebound by James, but unable to finish it. And NC State's not shooting the lights out by any means either. Wolfpack just a hair below 35%. The Asia Fair can't connect. And it's going on Boyd. It's her second. Here comes Brittany Collins back in.
Yeah, she's frustrated about that one. She thought she had a clean box out. Woolley was able to go after that rebound, that offensive rebound, and the ref made the call against Boyd.
Fair pressured by Rivers, who pokes it away, comes up with a theft.
Great hands by Rivers. She's so long and athletic.
And Rivers pays it off with 2 at the other end.
And that is what she is capable of doing. She can score. She's athletic, long, a great defender. Coach Moore said probably one of the best two-way players, if not the best two-way player he has on this ball club.
Might need to be more aggressive at the offensive end. She'd played 12 minutes before her first field goal attempt.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, and here's another steal from Rivers.
Quick hands.
Picking Fair's pocket consecutive possessions. See if they can find Rivers. No, they throw it away.
Bad skip pass by James.
Rice to Hyman, blocked by Rivers. What a sequence from Saniya at the defensive end.
You called it. I mean, her athleticism, able to get 2 rips on Fair, and then just a nice block by Rivers. She is defending well in this game, staying on her feet, trying to keep the momentum in NC State's favor.
How do you enjoy a delicious home-cooked meal without the prep? Take a fresh approach to dinner with this Little Big Meal from the Fresh Market. A ready-to-cook meal that feeds a family of 4 for just $25. Try America's most loved dinner today.
Be right there. If insurance companies really took care of you, you wouldn't need to call me. So call us first and let us handle the insurance company so you don't have to. And remember, there's never a fee until we win for you. That's the strong arm.
In my experience, if you work the land, you got to be a jack of all trades. You got to have a little bit of optimism, a little bit of idealism, and a whole lot of get-go.
How do I save every day on the fresh foods I love most? With the Fresh Market Ultimate Loyalty Experience. I get member-only pricing on items like top-quality meat and seafood, fresh produce, and items I buy regularly. So join today and start saving.
Life is for learning, and that doesn't stop with graduation. A great university goes far beyond campus. It allows you to see the big picture. A great university gives you tools, community, partnership, a launchpad. You don't just go to NC State University. You take us with you. NC State. Think and do.
ACC basketball is brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. By CPI Security. CPI Home Security that protects what matters most. And by Coyote Tractor. We dig dirt. It was a three-peat last March in Greensboro for Canane and KJ and Reyna and Crutchfield and that core that was just so legendary in the NC State history. I mean, think about going back to March of 2020 even. NC State was searching for its first championship in almost 3 full decades. It had been 29 years, Fallon, since they had won. Now they're looking for 4 in a row with a different flavor this year.
It is a different flavor, but this team has been so dominant in the ACC, and especially under the helm of Coach Moore. I mean, he's just been dynamic and just building the culture or keeping the culture consistent, dating back to Coach Yao from years ago, establishing NC State as a powerhouse in women's basketball, and he's continuing the trend. They have been fantastic the last 3 seasons.
Interesting note on that last graphic. Their lowest ranking in these last few years is 14. Probably need to win tonight to stay in the top 15. There's going to be an interesting mix-up in the top 25 poll when it comes out tomorrow.
It will. They can't handle or suffer 2 straight losses to 2 unranked opponents. But it's the ACC, baby. I mean,
that's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Ask North Carolina. I mean, think on Thursday night, number 4 Indiana lost, number 6 NC State lost, number 7 Virginia Tech lost, number 13 UNC lost. And then here today, number 10 UCLA lost, number 12 Iowa lost, number 13 UNC lost to number 7 Virginia Tech. But I mean,
it's going to change up some numbers, the dynamic. When you see that poll come out this week, it's going to be insane. It's been some key losses, as you just said, and you know, a lot of ranked opponents. So it's going to be a different shift when we see the polls come out this week.
Indiana Hoosiers needed overtime today against Nebraska. They did prevail in the overtime. What is this kind of chaos in you know, late December, early January tell you about the state of women's basketball right now?
I think it's starting to become more balanced, and you're starting to see that from different teams, especially when you get into conference play. It's like you're not just going against some random, you know, mid-major or non-conference opponent. You're going against teams that are going to give you their best night in, night out, and you have to be prepared. Any given night, you can suffer an L, especially if you're in the top 25. You're going to get teams' best. They're going to come after you.
Yeah. Travel called on Brown Turner. It's her 3rd turnover of the half. She's coming off a career-high 6 turnovers on Thursday. That's in 105 games played before tonight. And it's also playing without her starting point guard. Diamond Johnson has forced Jakia into more ball handling opportunities. Saniya Rivers continues to be a menace to the Syracuse offense. Isaiah James hits the cutting Baldwin. Too strong off the glass. Rebounded by Strong. Hyman.
Yeah, Hyman's been struggling, really trying to get into this game and get a rhythm. And you got to applaud NC State. They've done a great job defensively on her, limiting her shot opportunities and causing her to turn the basketball over early in this one.
Fallon, one thing you and I were talking about earlier today, like, there's nothing new about playing under the lights at 7 o'clock, but it's not usually on Sunday under the lights at 7 o'clock. It's a rare Sunday evening ACC game as we get a foul here, sending NC State back to the line.
It is. We were talking to NC State about that, and they were saying they've been getting a lot of late-night games, and they were even surprised to get a Sunday game at 7. But, you know, when you're nationally ranked and you're winning big ACC tournaments 3 years in a row, you're going to get that type of primetime viewership.
Tisha Hyman just picked up her 2nd foul, and she goes to the bench. No points in 13 minutes here in this first half.
And that's not the stat line that I'm sure Coach Jack wants to see, especially after the incredible performance she had against Louisville just a few nights ago.
11 of 20 from the floor against the Cardinals. Game that Syracuse felt it could have won. I mean, it was tight late. Louisville ended up winning by 9. Cardinals had to shoot 52% to do it. Hughes was just 6 of 18 from 3. Woolley finds a spot, knocks it down.
And hopefully that gets Wooley's confidence going. I mean, she hadn't seen the ball fall like she would want in this game, but she looked good on that last shot.
And a low-scoring second quarter. NC State's 3 of 11. Syracuse is 3 for 12 in the second quarter. Saniya Rivers, rebounded by Fair. And she's off to the races, 3-on-2 for the Orange. Fair takes it. Battle for the board, finds Baldwin, and she outlets quickly ahead. Isaiah James lost her footing, throws it off the bottom of the rim. James hurt her ankle. Orange coming the other way. Wes Moore sees the injury and has his hands on his head. 5-on-4 for Syracuse. They cannot score. NC State has the rebound, and now they'll investigate Isaiah James, who went down behind the play, and this is the last thing that Wes Moore and Wolfpack fans want to see.
Yeah, she kind of went down very hard as she was making that move, and maybe just sprained or twisted that ankle as she was going to the basket.
Just the way that Isaiah kind of grabbed her forehead as if she knew that something was wrong. Hopefully You see athletes sometimes get scared and then they realize
okay.
10 minutes later they're okay.
Yeah, and hopefully this is the case, but as she was making her move, she kind of caught, I believe, the foot of Strong. Oh, no, she already twisted on her. It went out before she even made the move.
Athletic training staff carrying Isaiah James off. And double figures 3 times this year, but only once in the first 10 games. She scored 42 points total the first 10 games of the season. In the last 3, she scored 39.
Oh, man.
So she's really coming on strong. And this is a Wolfpack team that basically only has 10 players on the roster. That includes Diamond Johnson, who's still working her way back, and includes Jada Boyd, who is out until Thursday.
And that's a ball handler that's gone for NC State, something that they've been struggling with.
Collins' pass deflected and stolen by Wood. Syracuse really missed a chance. They had 5 on 4 and didn't get any points. Here's Woolley, step back 3.
He said it. Once you see one fall, you're going to continue to let it fly. And Coach Jack loves Wooley's game, and she's a shooter, and that was a big 3.
Silky smooth from Woolley. Rivers answers at the other end for the Wolfpack.
And that's what Coach Moore needs from Rivers. She has the capability of scoring the basketball. We've already seen defensively what she can do with her athleticism.
Fair missed the 3, but rebounded by Wood. Right back to Fair. Love this matchup. Fair goes to Rivers and scores over her.
Yeah, Fair said, not this time. I'm going to get you with the cross-up and the finish. Nice runner and finish by Fair. This is a game. They're going after it.
Orange back within 6. Final minute here the first half. Brown-Turner to Baldwin, uses her size and lays it in with the left hand.
And that was a good, strong move by Baldwin. That's something she can get all night if she just aggressively goes to the basket.
8 first half points for River Baldwin. Nice pass, but it's negated by an offensive foul on Cheyenne McEvans.
That was good positioning by Baldwin. I wonder if she was within the semicircle, but good positioning. She's able to get the charge call.
Final seconds of the half. Rivers to Timmons with 7. Brown-Turner, step back 3. Unable to beat the buzzer here. And Syracuse will hang on to an 8-point deficit as they head to the break. Interesting first 20.
It is an interesting first 20, how we just saw in this game.
NC State led by as many as 12, dominated inside at times, but Syracuse hanging around. 34.
Have a chance in this game. This is the number 6 team in the nation. So Syracuse just needs to keep their composure and just knock down some shots.
Coach Jack's Orange 10-3, 1-1 in the league. Wolfpack 11-2. Both these teams coming off a loss on Thursday, and NC State nearly turned it over seconds into the second half, but Fair could not hang on.
And you see Fair and Woolley working together, almost got that steal, but couldn't save it as the ball went out of bounds. And early, Syracuse already coming with the pressure, trying to double the wings.
Well, Orange get a stop and have a chance to slice into this deficit. Fans at the Dome on their feet. New Year's Day hoops on a Sunday evening in Syracuse. And that's not what Coach Jack was looking for on the first play of the second half.
No, not that type of turnover. That was an easy pass for Hobby to steal.
Hayes over to Rivers. To the baseline for Boyd.
Boyd has to get out of that. Syracuse is looking to double in the corners, see if they can create some turnovers, especially out of this zone defense that they're currently in.
As a player, do you feel all the fans standing and clapping?
I do, and I'm like, I know they can feel it on the court. I'm feeling it with the headset.
Hayes for three, may have gotten a piece of it fair on the run by. Wolfpack have come up empty on their first two trips to begin the second half. Syracuse trying to break the scoring seal here in the third. Lewis does start the second half after not starting the first quarter. Rivers the other way, lays it in.
And that's what Coach Moore wants to see. You see him clapping it up, but that's what NC State needs to do more of. Right now, they're not getting much in their half-court sets, but they are continuing to get rebounds, and they can run as soon as they rebound the basketball.
Woolley, top of the key three.
Now the crowd can sit down after that first basket was knocked down. Woolley hits a big three.
Battle for the loose ball. Syracuse comes up with it. Ahead, Woolley. 1-on-4. She'll pop and hit.
With the three ball. And had the tongue out like, yeah, I know I can knock him down. And she is continued and is still hot from the first half. That's two big threes to start the second half.
6 in a row for Georgia Woolley, the sophomore from Brisbane. Rivers missed, tap back out. Rivers gets a gift of a rebound. Hobby to Boyd, blocked.
Great defense again by Syracuse.
Turned away by Kyra Wood. Orange go back to Woolley with a right-hand runner, no. Wood keeps it alive. Hyman passed up the open look. She would have taken that on Thursday.
She would have, but since her shot hasn't been falling in this one, just made the decision to pull it back out.
Hyman finds Woolley. Back to the hot hand to Wood. Chance to make it a two-point game, and she comes up short.
And NC State, they have to find some type of rhythm. Right now, they're totally out of sync.
Air ball long from Brown-Turner. Syracuse sprinting down the floor. Hyman pulls up. Tisha Hyman continues to struggle. She's 0 for 5. Remains scoreless. Brown-Turner just gives it away again.
And Brown-Turner, she's deflated. She doesn't even look herself. Confidence is down. Not being able to handle the ball like she would like. But now you are seeing the emphasis of how this NC State team is really missing Diamond Johnson as a consistent ball handler.
Well, the best news, despite that turnover for Wes Moore, is Isaiah James is not only available in the second half, she's back out there on the floor.
Oh, that's great news.
So what could have been a really long-term injury when she rolled that ankle, she's back in, and that's a relief for Wolfpack fans. Lewis, deep two is good.
And she just turned around and faced up Hobby and knocks the J in her face. Great move.
It's close as Syracuse has been. Woolley tips it away. Georgia Woolley has tied it up here at the Dome.
And right now, NC State's energy level is down. They're frustrated. Syracuse has all the momentum to start this one.
Well said, Fallon. The disparate energy levels from one bench to the other, very noticeable. Orange, tie it up.
It's bow time. Put a bow on it this holiday season when you use the Bojangles app. Because nothing says seasonings greetings like sharing a big bow box with boldly seasoned chicken, handcrafted fixins, and biscuits. Order yours tonight. It's bow time.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
It's bow time. Some folks say don't call it a comeback. But when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back for a limited time in all its tender, marinated glory, go ahead. Call it a comeback. It's bow time.
The new WPT World Championship at Wynn Las Vegas has the largest guarantee in live poker history. And Club WPT is the only way in the US to win a seat playing poker online. Every weekend through October, Club WPT is hosting a qualifier for a VIP package only the WPT can deliver. There's no purchase necessary, so sign up today using bonus code CHAMP and get free entry into our next qualifier for the $15 million guaranteed WPT World Championship.
Best game of the season for Georgia Woolley. She's got a season-high 17 points. And she delivers tonight's Coyote turning point. Back-to-back threes, the driving steal. She's got 10 and a half, and the Orange have come back from a dozen down to get us level here at the Dome.
Yeah, they have turned this into a game now. Syracuse has come out of the gate in this second half, and it's just been dominant and aggressive, going to the basket, knocking down shots, and Woolley, with those two big threes, those were key and allowed Syracuse to have the momentum to tie this game, and that's what we're looking at right now. NC State really struggling to find offense.
Largest deficit was 19-7 late in the first. Wolfpack led by 7 at the end of one. They led by 8 at the half. But a 10-2 spurt, and remember, NC State got the first 2 of the quarter here, so it's a 10-0 run for Felicia Leggett-Jack's team.
I wonder what that halftime speech was for Coach Jack. I mean, we were doing during shoot-around, we were talking with her. I mean, she just had so much energy. It made me want to jump back out on the court and play for her. So I can only imagine the start that Syracuse has had in the second half. You can tell that Coach Jack has something to do with it, with her halftime speech.
Woolley's second three that she hit, that rattled in. Coach Jack had a great fist pump over there on the sidelines. I'm not sure if we caught it on camera, but it was awesome. Free throws coming here for NC State. Now, the other side of things, the Wolfpack lacking energy. I mean, that was clear and obvious. Jakia Brown-Turner looked demoralized after giving the ball away. She remains on the bench here. What's Wes Moore's message got to be?
I mean, he said it from the get-go. They need to play with more urgency. He hasn't seen it, and it's not one player that's really stepped up as a definite or definitive leader for this team, and that's something he's continuing to look for. I mean, with the transfers, the players he still has on this roster, the only player that is a returning starter is Brown-Turner. So he is looking to her to really step up, show more leadership, and produce on the court.
River Baldwin made her first 3 free throw attempts of the night before missing that last one. Entered the night just 37%. Bad pass there, easily picked off by NC State. Rivers with a head of steam, going downhill. Kind of ran out of room.
Good defense by Syracuse to stop her once she got to the paint, but a nice turnaround. She's been quiet, but Collins is very capable of scoring in the paint, and maybe that's more of what we need to see from NC State. They need to capitalize on the size advantage that they have in the paint.
Bad pass. Seen a few of those today from Syracuse, just those careless giveaways. You don't want to look back at the end of the night and think it was those unforced errors that cost us against the number 6 team in the land. Timeout. Wolfpack by 3.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Good idea? Hands-free calls while driving. Bad idea? Hands-free driving. Good idea? Calling John Foy and Associates after you've been hit.
We'll move as quickly as possible to get you the care and compensation you deserve.
We need some help.
I know. I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Nothing tastes better than savings. Hardee's new 4 for $6 deal lets you mix and match your favorite flavors. That's sweet, savory, crispy, crunchy, or beefy, all for just $6. Create your favorite combinations with our new 4 for $6 deal, only at Hardee's.
ACC basketball is brought to you by John Foy and Associates, the strong arm. And by the Fresh Market, voted #1 best supermarket in America. I think it's fair to say not nearly as much snow on the ground here in Syracuse as there often is this time of year. Let's take a look at today's Protecting the Paint, brought to you by CPI Security. We're focusing on the orange deflections. They've got 11 steals already, Fallon. It's the 7th time this year they've had double-digit steals in a game.
No, they have been incredible in just getting steals and being aggressive defensively. And that's exactly what Coach Jack wants to see from her team. A big reason that they have gotten back in this one is because of their defensive pressure, and they've been able to capitalize on some of those turnovers that they've caused NC State to make.
Both beyond their season average in the turnover department midway through this third quarter. Field goal percentages right now, NC State's 14 for 41. Syracuse is 14 for 42.
Well, they're pretty close.
Wolfpack lead by 3. It's been a tight game. Saniya Rivers. Inside, Collins. Lewis called for the foul.
That was a good decision by Rivers. She pulled it back out, created some space so Collins could work. And Collins was able to get that pass. Couldn't finish the shot, but gets the foul. And you can see it on this play. She does a nice pullback, nice pass to the cutting Collins, and Collins is able to draw the foul.
Now look at the 5 that NC State has on the floor right now. You got Mimi Collins, who began her college career at Tennessee, then went to Maryland. Now she's at NC State. You got River Baldwin, 3 years for Sue Semrau and Brooke Wyckoff at Florida State. Madison Hayes began her career at Mississippi State. You got Saniya Rivers, who played for Don Staley and the Gamecocks last year. I mean, every team around college basketball practically has that story, but it's just something to marvel at.
Yeah, no team's the same. A lot of...
It's a blocking foul. And one opportunity here for De'Asia Fair.
That was a nice move by Fair. She cut me off looking at her going to the basket strong, and it was funny early in that timeout. You saw Lewis having a little discussion with her, trying to get her game going, and maybe this will get her going. Nice finish against Baldwin, straight to the paint. 6'5" against 5'5" with the finish.
No question, Baldwin's feet in that restricted area as a secondary defender. Automatic call for the block. 3-point play for Fair. De'Asia's got a dozen. Wide open in the corner. Great look, wouldn't fall for Hayes. Orange could take their first lead since it was 2-0. Are you kidding me? De'Asia Fair with a kiss.
Oh. Yeah, my mouth was wide open on that. When I saw her let it fly, I'm like, no way. That was high off the glass, nice finish, and that is a player that NC State does not want to see going in this game.
Orange in front for the first time since the opening minutes of the first quarter. Defense nearly creating another steal. It'll stay NC State ball with 5 to shoot on the arrow. Check out De'Asia Fair.
I mean, this move, she finished and had the nice runner and finished the 3-point play on the previous possession, but she just goes coast to coast. No one stops her. Goes high off the glass over James, and with the finish. I mean, that was an incredible shot.
Spectacular stuff. Into the backcourt, James with 2, launches a prayer, it doesn't go. Rebound ripped down by the Orange, Kyra Wood with another board. Fair, feeling it. Baldwin had the miss, lost it. It finds De'Asia Fair again.
Fair is so quick. That was a nice offensive rebound that she secured off of her own miss, but it gives Syracuse another opportunity at another shot.
Woolley from the wing. Got it!
And right now, Syracuse has all the momentum in this one, and they're feeling it. Woolley and Fair putting up buckets in this third quarter.
13 in the quarter for Woolley. Nearly another steal for Fair. Collins to the bucket. No. Rebound, Lewis.
Good rebound by Lewis. Baby Rodman just doing what she's supposed to do, rebound and defend.
Wolfpack wobbling right now. 8-0 run for the Orange over the past 2 minutes. This is their largest lead of the night. Back up top. It's Fair. Clock winding down. Almost put in another impossible shot.
She does. With her size, I mean, she's not afraid to let it fly. She's not intimidated by any of the height that NC State has on this court.
3 Wolfpack subs are awaiting the next whistle at the scorer's table. Madison Hayes, oh, great move, but could not finish. Bold pass, Woolley has it. Syracuse extends the lead.
And Fair is loving it, giving Woolley the nice high five. Good catch by the sophomore and finish.
Oh, my. That was Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs stuff right there. Again, this time Fair on the receiving end, and she missed the layup. Battle for the board. Lewis keeps it alive, but no, it was out of bounds on the baseline, and the bullet pass almost took Fair's head off.
And you see Lewis, I'm sorry, let me give it a kiss and make it feel better. But that was a hard save by Lewis, but that shot right there by Woolley, nice pass by Fair. And you see right here in this nice pass to Woolley, she's able to finish with the layup. And then it's just another run out, but this time Fair couldn't finish. And unfortunately for Syracuse, they couldn't regain the possession. But NC State's doing a poor job with transition defense, something that Coach Moore talked about earlier, and they need to get back. Too many easy looks for Syracuse.
Brown, Turner, Boyd, Hobby all back in along with Rivers and Hayes. Boyd to the bucket, no. Battle for the rebound, finds Fair. Fair, 1-on-2, pulls up short. Offensive rebound, and the rejection on the stick back drive from Strong. And we'll stay with Syracuse, 17 to shoot. Asia Strong knocks in the 3.
And Asia Strong is capable of knocking down that three-point shot. We just saw it right there. And NC State did a poor job of getting out on her. Wide open for the 3.
Shot clock is off. Boyd, no. Rebound, Syracuse. Orange have outscored NC State 23-6 in the third. Nifty dribble, flip shot, wouldn't go. Final second ticks away. And NC State is on the ropes here at the Dome. Orange closed the quarter on a 13-0 run. And Syracuse takes a 9-point lead into the... Tonight she had 15 in the third quarter alone.
Well, Coach Jack, she talked about Woolley and her toughness. She said, you know, coming from Australia, it's just a different type of toughness that she plays with. She's not large or big in stature, but she just plays tough.
How about all the Aussies in the ACC? We saw Amor do it today for Virginia Tech.
She is tough, too. Led that team, had 6 threes for that win.
Great week for Hannah Hank with the Clemson Tigers. They go 2-0. We need an Aussie highlight reel. Love it. All right, Brown Turner, can she get it going here in the fourth? Only 5 points tonight for Jakia. Hobby, good position, power dribble, and free throws upcoming. The foul on Asia Strong, her second.
And that was a good catch by Hobby. Tough pass. She took that power dribble to establish herself, but it allowed her to be able to draw the foul, going to the free throw line for 2 shots. But that's more of what NC State needs to do. We haven't seen that, of just trying to establish a post presence or giving post touches so they could get looks. They have the height advantage inside.
It's a rare Sunday where you think Camille's dad might be available to watch her play. Her dad, a coach on the Cincinnati Bengals staff. They play in a huge Monday Night Football battle tomorrow night.
And that team is, once again, very good. May be able to make another Super Bowl run.
They are hot. Narrative certainly changes if they can better the Bills tomorrow here in upstate New York. Orange by 7 with possession. De'Asia Fair sets up the corner 3. And the rebound chased by Brown Turner. Inside, Boyd. Rebound controlled by Hyman. Tisha still has not scored in the game, but her teammates have done the work around her. Wild shot from Lewis, kept alive. Fair in the corner, takes it.
I mean, they get a lot of shots, Syracuse. They weren't able to knock them down, but a lot of opportunities.
And one opportunity for Saniya Rivers.
And she's been quiet in this second half, but if she can get going in this 4th quarter, I'm sure Coach Moore would be very happy about that. Great job just taking it to the basket, elevating the one-hand runner, and she's able to finish and draw the foul on Hyman. That was just a great move. I mean, great athleticism. She has a lot of potential for this NC State team.
The type of move that made her the National Player of the Year coming out of high school. One of the great high school players in the history of the state of North Carolina. Missed the free throw, though. 5-point game, 8 minutes to play. Wes Moore didn't want to hear this, but this would be the cap to an incredibly wild week to end 2022 and start 2023. Clock winding down. Hyman has to fire. Loose ball, jump ball, Wolfpack ball. Weird to see Hyman look so lacking confidence on that shot.
She is. She didn't look confident taking that shot at all, even though she had to let it fly with the shot clock winding down. But she hasn't been able to find that rhythm after the incredible game she had against Louisville, even though it was in a loss, 27 points. You know she's capable of scoring the basketball. It's just not falling tonight.
She's contributed in other ways, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, but now 0 for 6. Jada Boyd traveled.
Yeah, Jada Boyd is frustrated too. She's been trying to make something happen. Teammate has to help her get off the floor, but she doesn't understand that traveling call. She's trying to make something happen for this NC State team, and they just can't get it going offensively.
It's now 17 turnovers for both teams. Syracuse looking for a marquee top 10 win. And what do they got? Staying here. It's on Rivers.
Good job by Lewis setting that screen and establishing position and keeping her position and causing or drawing that foul on Rivers.
A lot of the things that Wes Moore said about his team's effort against Duke on Thursday, I got to imagine he'll
say it again.
I mean, he said, I'm not sure why we're so inconsistent. He said Duke was tougher than us, and I think he might echo the same refrain tonight, but still 6:50 to go. Inside, Wood denied. Brown Turner pushing the tempo. De'Asia Fair, great job getting back in transition. Hobby going to work on Kyra Wood. Hobby kicks it. Hayes. NC State's getting looks, and they're just not knocking them down. The Wolfpack are 1 for 16 from 3.
Yeah, and that was one of those earlier threes, I think, by Brown Turner in the first quarter. They have not seen the ball fall from behind the arc since, and they have struggled. We're just trying to figure out what NC State's identity is with this team and how they can get some consistency going.
Plenty of time here for the Pack. Boyd called for traveling.
I'm assuming they said she switched pivot foot when she was trying to make that pass or that move. But that 1 for 15 tonight. And the #1 team in the conference in three-point percentage, 6th in the nation, and it's just basically mind-boggling how they can't get it going tonight.
And Diamond Johnson shooting over 50% from 3 for the season.
That's a big reason.
They're missing her big time this evening. Again, the shot clock in single digits. 5 to shoot for De'Asia Fair. And a reach-in foul called on Rivers. It's her second.
But I do like that matchup. Fair not intimidated by Rivers, even though Rivers was able to get those 2 picks earlier. But Fair starting to get her rhythm and is being aggressive, continuing to be aggressive for Syracuse.
Fair gets it back. Fresh shot clock to work with for the Orange. Fair sets up Lewis. Offensive rebound, Woolley.
She just got in there amongst the trees and snatched that rebound. Gives Syracuse another chance at it.
Fair bursting to the bucket, but Hobby comes up with a miss. Brown Turner for 2.
And that's more of what Brown Turner has to do. That aggressive move, she knew exactly what she wanted to do as she was going down the court, is able to finish in the paint.
Think about that 4-point swing. Fair on the drive, can't convert. NC State gets the JBT answer. And a steal from Brown Turner and a foul on Woolley. Number 3 on Georgia Woolley. Brown Turner making something happen for State here in the 4th.
Yeah, and you see, as soon as she got that steal, the nice move right here in the lane with the finish. Gets this steal from Woolley and then draws the foul. And you can see as soon as the foul was called, she screamed, "Let's go." She's trying to get some momentum and energy coming from her team. Right now, this NC State team has been so deflated, especially in the second half.
Hobby, nope. Fair comes up with a rebound, her 5th. To go along with 14 points and 4 assists. Woolley's the leading scorer in the game with 22. Fair gets it back. Hayes almost ran over Lewis. Fair for 3. Rebound Rivers. Up ahead, ambitious pass. It works out though, and Hayes brings the Wolfpack within 1.
That's a big time finish and a nice pass by Rivers. I mean, the refs are letting these teams go after it. A lot of contact, a lot of falling on the ground, but this is a big time game. You got number 6 on the road trying to continue or end their losing streak, and Syracuse trying to get a big win.
And it's only January 1. Woolley got a good look, would not fall. NC State can retake the lead. JBT. 3 won't go. Rebound Fair. Orange off to the races. Fair pulls it back out. It's deflected fortuitously. Bounces over to Elena Rice.
Well, Syracuse very fortunate on that one. Fair got a little too deep in making that pass. It was almost an NC State turnover.
Step back. Hobby the rebound.
And you see Rivers trying to slow it down a bit. See if NC State can get something going in their offensive sets. Syracuse has been very good in clogging that lane in the second half, making it difficult.
Say it doesn't feel like it, but the Orange haven't scored here in this 4th quarter. And NC State is back in front.
Big time shot by Hayes. She was quiet with the last couple of possessions, the lay-in she had a couple of possessions ago, and now that big time 3.
Scoring drought north of 7 minutes continues as Woolley misses wide right. 11-0 NC State so far here in the fourth. Woolley's tip out of bounds, arguing Brown Turner touched it. Everybody, take a deep breath. Timeout. NC State down by 9. Retakes the lead on this Madison Hayes trifecta. 2:40 to go at the Dome.
If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else.
Hi, welcome to Toyotathon.
Now the holidays are over, I'm focused on getting into great shape and getting a great Toyota.
We've got exciting models to choose from, like Camry, RAV4, Corolla, and more.
Maybe I'll just stick with the RAV4.
Excellent choice.
It's my active lifestyle.
Cheat day?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, during Toyotathon, get 1.9% APR for 36 months on a new 2022 Toyota RAV4. That's just 1.9% APR on the Toyota RAV4.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, sports fans, interested in having your voice heard? Scan this QR code to join Fan Zone. Fan Zone is an exclusive online community for sports fans made by sports fans. You'll have the opportunity to tell us what you think about what you see on TV, online, and streaming, and influence new products, websites, content, and much more. Help shape the sports industry with your insight and perspective. Space is very limited, so join today.
Well, our next broadcast is a big one. Thursday night, we'll be in Blacksburg, Castle Coliseum for the Commonwealth Clash. Virginia and 7th-ranked Virginia Tech. Cavaliers 2-1 in the ACC. The Hokies avoided a 1-3 start with a clutch fourth-quarter performance today against North Carolina. And when Virginia and Virginia Tech get together, it's always thrilling. Coach Mox experiences her first Commonwealth Clash this Thursday night. Looking forward to that. Meanwhile, 2:40 to go here at Syracuse, and Westmore's team trying to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, Fallon Stokes. They were down 9 to start the fourth, but they've had the answers in this final period.
Well, it just tells you the talent level and the capabilities that Coach Moore sees in his team, but they just have not been able to do it on a consistent basis, but very capable. They are 6th in the nation for a reason, and you see them making this comeback. Hayes with that big 3. She was pretty quiet in that first half, but she hit 2 big buckets in this fourth.
What about NC State's defense? They've held Syracuse scoreless in the quarter. Orange are 0 for 11 from the field, 0 for 7 from 3. Have not gotten to the free throw line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, you cannot have a quarter where you do not score, but maybe this is payback where the Wolfpack scored single digits in the third. They're paying it back to Syracuse holding them scoreless.
Outscored them 23-6 in the third. NC State up by 2, out of the timeout. Hobby extends the lead.
And that was a big shot by Hobby. She took her time, turned around with a one-hand shot. But that was a good pass by Brown Turner. She has been making things happen for NC State in the fourth.
Wolfpack have really dialed in defensively in this fourth quarter.
You see it. It's a different energy level from this team.
Sure is. Syracuse looking for some daylight, struggling to find it. Over Hayes. It's Elena Rice scoring her first points of the night.
On a nice step-back pull-up at the free throw line. What a shot.
We're back in 30. Cuse timeout in a 2-point game. Mom!
Scooch over. Oh, do you have any margarine? Is the heat not on? Oh, is this for me? Top price, $250,000? You know, I have always wanted to spend the holidays in Europe.
Oh. Holiday scratch-offs make everyone's dreams come true.
How about Elena Rice? Scored her 11 points in 11 minutes on Thursday. Just her second double-figure scoring performance of the year. No points first 38 minutes of the night. And a big bucket moments ago to slice the 4-point gap in half. 2-point game, NC State ball. $1:45 remaining. Both these teams 1-1 in the ACC.
Syracuse going back to this zone.
Out of bounds off Fair's foot. Shot clock at 9.
That was a good decision by Coach Jack to put her team back into a zone. NC State getting a couple buckets in the paint the last couple of possessions.
Into Hayes. Boyd. Oh, beautiful pass to Hobby.
And that might be the best play that Jada Boyd has had tonight. She was frustrated for so long, but that was a critical pass and nice finish.
Before the shot, hand check foul on Rivers. It's her third.
And you see this pass goes up top to Boyd. She penetrates and makes a nice pass to Hobby, leading her straight to the basket, wide open with the finish.
Hobby into double figures for the 8th time this year. She's got 12. Orange not in the bonus, so back on offense. Fair gets it right back from Lewis. Offensive rebound, Rice, and she's rejected by Boyd. Stays with it and scores.
I mean, Rice does not get down on herself. They talked about that earlier today. It's just that she can make big plays and is just comfortable in doing it for Coach Jack.
Timeout Orange, 2-point game.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI. Pick 3 free smart security devices during CPI's holiday sale. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
Like many across the college basketball world, Elena Rice has lived a hoops odyssey during her collegiate career. Florida A&M, Auburn, and now Syracuse, but the Florida native with 4 points in the last minute to keep the Orange in it. NC State by 2 with the ball. Final minute of this holiday weekend here at the Dome.
This has been a game, I think something we expected coming in to tonight, but these teams are battling and it's going down to the wire.
Blocking foul on Lewis to the dismay of Coach Jack.
And you see Rivers taking her dribble. It was an aggressive defense by Lewis, but sometimes it's just how the game's called.
Sometimes they call that, sometimes they don't. I don't know why they do and not the others.
Right.
All right, 10 to shoot, 32 in the game. Saniya Rivers almost had it stolen, retains possession. Brown-Turner with 2. Brown-Turner gets it to Hobby. It's a shot clock violation, but they don't call it. And there's an offensive rebound. Boyd keeps it alive. Syracuse has it. I don't think Hobby got that shot off. Nearly a foul in the backcourt. Syracuse down by 2 with 10 seconds. Ball in the hands of Deasia Fair. Now Woolley. Woolley gets the foul, and she'll shoot 2 with 5.5 to go.
What a turn of events. I mean, on one end, should have been a shot clock violation, but it wasn't called. NC State almost secured the offensive board, but then Woolley on the other end drives it hard and gets the foul. Exactly what you need to do with the time winding down in this one. See if you can make something happen in the paint or draw a foul so you can get to the free throw line.
First free throws of the night for Georgia Woolley. Smooth. This next one is massive. NC State has 3 timeouts, so they can advance the ball if they want, but the free throw's no good. NC State by 1 and a quick timeout as Madison Hayes secures the rebound.
And Woolley is upset with herself. That ball just rims out. She's had such an incredible game for Syracuse this evening. You hate to see her miss that free throw, but had good rotation, just hit the back of the rim. Totally frustrated, and she's come up big for Syracuse. A big reason they were able to get the lead in this game, and you know, still a little time left in this one. Probably gonna have to foul pretty quickly, NC State, and make them earn it at the free throw line and see if they can make something happen at the other end.
Each team has 2 timeouts left. So if Syracuse can give the quick foul, even if the Wolfpack make a couple free throws, Orange can take the timeout, advance the ball, and have a chance to potentially tie. Orange are at 14 fouls in the quarter. NC State's taking another timeout here. I'm not sure if they signaled to advance the ball. Looks like they're calling a second timeout. Anyway, next foul for either side will put them in the bonus, so it'll be 2 free throws. I do miss the days of 1-and-1 foul, and I don't know about you.
Nah, I used to hate 1-and-1. That was extra pressure. Oh, man, if you didn't hit the first one, you're like, man. But this has been a game. Big rebound by NC State, and like you said, Syracuse is probably trying to figure a way that they can foul quickly and hopefully foul a poor free throw shooter for NC State and force them with some incredible pressure to knock down 2 free throws at the line.
Another thing to keep in mind, Syracuse does have the possession arrow, but I'm not sure there's enough time to go for the tie-up before giving the immediate foul.
No, I mean, even if you're going for the steal and you can create a tie-up, that's going to waste too much time. So you just need to make sure you foul and you're intentional with your foul so you can stop the clock and force NC State to knock down free throws.
First order of business for the Wolfpack is to inbound the basketball.
That's easier said than done. The type of defense that Syracuse has been playing this evening.
And now
it's a battle of timeouts.
This is the 3rd timeout called with 4.8 seconds to go. And what were you doing during the previous 2 timeouts that you need this one?
I don't even know. I mean, they didn't even see NC State really set up anything. But maybe Coach Jack saw something that she wanted to talk about, that she didn't like her team's defensive setup.
All right, well, we had 5 minutes to go or 5 timeouts to go when Madison Hayes got that rebound. And now there are just 2 timeouts left, even though no time has ticked off the clock. And the Orange have not lost at home all season long, 9-0. Trying to start 10-0 for the first time since they started 11-0 back in the 16-17 season. Meanwhile, NC State has won the last 5 meetings against the Orange. Jakia Brown-Turner's going to inbound in front of the Wolfpack bench. Gets it into Hobby. She's tied up. It's Syracuse ball. 3.9 remaining. The possession arrow belongs to the Orange.
Well, Evan, I stand corrected. I guess it is enough time to get a jump ball. And you see it right here. Brown-Turner was not sure, gets it to Hobby, and she just corrals it to make sure she can control the basketball. But you got Fair, Lewis, 3 players surrounding her, and they're able to tie it up. Quick jump ball call by the referees.
And now Coach Jack uses what is her final timeout. So the Orange have to get the ball in. And I wish they didn't call the penultimate timeout before that inbounds. Now, maybe the secret to the tie-up was explaining that timeout, but you understand the point. If, let's say, Syracuse turns it over here, they foul NC State with 2.7 to go. They don't have the ability to advance the ball anymore because they're out of timeouts.
Right, and that might be costly for Coach Jack if it gets to that point. But right now, she's trying to set up something offensively so she's able to advance the ball and see what they can get going with 3.9 left. And I definitely think that Fair is going to have the ball in her hand if they can get it to her in time. And then either she's going to look for a shot or they're going to look for the hot Woolley. Even though she missed that free throw, she's been hot in the second half.
3.9 seconds remaining.
I mean, what a game. This has been 2 games in a row for us that have been incredible. And what a performance by Syracuse.
Hyman to inbound. Throws it up high, and it's misplayed by Lewis off her fingertips. I think it was tipped out of bounds by Lewis. I think it'll be Wolfpack ball. And sure, it would be nice to have Syracuse have another timeout. Coach Jack is asking him to check, and she definitely touched it. It's definitely Wolfpack ball.
Yeah,
with about half a second off the clock.
Yeah, no one from NC State touched that ball. Either way, it would still be Wolfpack ball, even if Lewis didn't touch it.
Wow.
What a turn of events, and she was wide open if that was just a better pass.
So NC State has 1 timeout. They're not calling it immediately, and now Westmore just made the signal, I think. Gonna see what they have. Syracuse needs a steal. They throw the length of the court. Rivers has the breakaway pass. She's fouled by Deasia Fair with 1.3 seconds left.
And that was too easy. In this setup at this point, Syracuse should have already had somebody back so they couldn't get that baseball pass thrown over him. Rivers, so athletic, just breaks for it and is wide open for the layup. Bears gets back in time just to foul her.
Rivers has 2 free throws. Syracuse will not be able to advance the ball, even though it will be a 1-possession game, Fallon.
It will, but that's a big free throw. I'm sure Coach Moore is happy that she was able to knock down that first one, and if she's able to knock down this second one, Syracuse will need a big shot.
Rivers 1 for 2. Woolley 3/4 court. She didn't get it off, and NC State escapes at the Dome, 56-54. What a game.
What a game. And I'm sure Coach Moore is like, I can't take any more of these close games like this. We have to play better as a team, and I know that's something that he's going to reiterate at practice this week, the consistency that they need to get better and improve. But